Hi, good morning everyone. Today we will do chapter 10 extra practice exercise part 2. Okay, so I will discuss here few question and few question I send as answer key, then you have to complete it. In this first question is that in an alloy copper and zinc, alloy means combination of copper and zinc, that is alloy is a one metal, so that is a combination of copper and zinc. In an alloy, copper and zinc are mixed in the ratio 5:3 by weight. If the weight of a block of the alloy is 4.8 kg, find the weight of the copper. It means one metal that is a combination of copper and zinc is a combination of the ratio of 5:3. That means copper used 5 parts and zinc used 3 parts by weight. If the weight of the block, total metal block weight is 4.8 kg, so what is the weight of the copper? Here you have ratio is given. Ratio is given 5:3. Okay, and total weight of the alloy is given 4.8 kg. So first you have to find sum of ratios. Sum of ratio is equal to 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. Now you have to identify the weight of the copper. Now weight of copper is equal to out of 8 part 5 parts of total weight of the alloy. So when you multiply this 8 0.6, when you multiply 8 into 0.6, that gives you 4.8. that means 5 multiply 0.6 gives you 3.0 kg. So that means how much weight of the copper is used here? That is 3 kg. But if there will be addition in the question, you have to find the weight of zinc. How much weight of zinc is used? If there will be addition in your question, then out of 8 part 3 part used for zinc of 4.8 kg. So of changes to multiply, then 8 0.6 are 4.8, so that give me 1.8 kg. So that is my answer. Next is find the mean proportion between 0.9 and 2.5. You have two numbers, you have to find the mean proportion. So first we will consider my mean proportion number is x. So it will written as 0.9 x proportion to x proportion 2.5. So now what you will do? You can directly multiply product of means and product of extremes, that is x square. 0.9 multiply by 2.5. When we take square root on both sides, so that will be look like that, 0.9 into 2.5. now you remove the decimal and find the square root. So 9 will be written as 3 into 3 pair of 3, and 25 is pair of 5 and 10. So all terms are under the square roots. So if you remove the square root, so your pair will be like that. If it is cancellation is there, you can also do the cancellation, like 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10. So ultimately 3/2 is left and your required answer is 1.5. Next is if m ratio n is equal to 4:9 and n ratio s is equal to 3:7, you have to find the value of m ratio s. If you write in the fraction form, because this is given in the ratio form and this is also given in the ratio form, it means m into n gives you 4/9 and n by s gives you 3/7, but you have to find first m by s. But if I multiply these two left side, like m by n into n by s, if you think about that, if you cancel this n, you will easily get m upon s. But here you no need to cancel the n, you can directly write m upon s, whatever values this fraction is there, that is 4/9 into 3/7. Then 3 3s are 9 and 4/21, and your required ratio of m ratio s is equal to 4:21. Next is if there is a condition, you have to find the third proportion of 36 and 42. Third proportion means your missing number. So I already told you many times, if there is 3 number is given to you and you want to check the proportion, the middle term repeated 2 times. Here if we have only 2 terms, so first we will consider our third number is x. So let my third number is x, but that position will not keep in the third position, that will keep in the fourth position. It will return this way: 36 ratio 42 proportion 42 ratio x. This is the second number repeated 2 times. Why? Because in your previous question, if you have 3 terms is given to you, you want to check the proportion, your middle term you write 2 times in the second position and third position, and third number will be written in the fourth position. Okay, so if there is a condition of you have to find the third proportion, so that means it's not keep in the position of third position, it will kept in the position of fourth position. And here this is your second position and third position repeated the second number. Then you again go with product of means and product of extremes, that is 36x is equal to 42 into 42. So when you divide x is equal to 42 into 42 by 36, if you check, 6 6 are 36, 6 7s are 42, 6 1s are 6, 6 7s are 42, and your required answer is 49. Now my next question is, in a school library, the ratio of science books to SST books is same as the ratio of SST to math books. That means in your school books library, so you have given in this question it is given as science books to SST books. It means ratio of science to social science. So I write in the short form, that ratio is given to you. Okay, and if I just read this statement, same as ratio of SS social science to math, that means according to the statement, social science ratio to math ratio and science ratio to social science ratio is equal to each other. Science books quantity is given in your question is 450 and social science is 300. Now you have to find the maths books. Either you can go with product of means, product of extremes, or you can write in the ratio form 450 upon 300, 300 upon maths books, because you have to find the quantity of the maths books here. So here when you cross multiply this, maths go on this side, then it is maths, this will be multiply this and this will be cross multiply. 300 into 300 I can directly write 450, because 450 if I write it here, that goes here again in the division. Now when you this cancel this one, so 3 1s are 3, 3 15s are 40. So now in this, if you calculate this one, like 3 1s are 3, 3 15s are 45, and 15 1s are 15, and 15 2s are 30. So 20 into 10 gives me 200 books. That means total books in the library is 200 books. So if you check again, I repeat again, what is given in this question, you have given in the statement is ratio of science books to social science books and social science book to maths books are equal to each other. Okay, so if science books are 450 and social science books are 300, and so what is the quantity of maths books? I just replace the value of science and social science, so cross multiply with each other, I got the maths books is 200 books. Now next question is, you have to divide 74,000 among 3 friends. Okay, 3 friends are A, B and C, and ratio is given. A ratio B is given 4:5 and B ratio C is given 3:2. First, before distributing this one 74,000 among 3 friends A, B, C, first you have to find the combined ratio of 3 friends, that is A ratio, B ratio, C. So for this what you will do, we just pick this one, A ratio B and B ratio C, to make it this ratio, A ratio B ratio C. So that is 4 ratio 5 and this is 3 ratio 2. Now we have to merge up the B value, but for merging up the B value, so what should you do? This B value should be same. Then you have to find the LCM of 5 and 3. LCM of 5 and 3 is 15. LCM is 15, so that means you have to convert this into 15 and this into 15. Okay, but corresponding term also should be multiplied same term. Which term I have to multiply? Here I 3 multiply and next term also multiply by 3. So that gives me 12 ratio 15 and 15 ratio 10, and my required ratio is A ratio B ratio C. Now merge up the B value, 12 ratio 15 and 10. So that is A ratio B ratio C. Now next step is you have to distribute this 74,000 among these 3 friends. Now we got the proper ratio of A, B and C. Now next step is you have to find sum of ratios. Sum of ratio is 12 plus 15 plus 10. So that gives you total 37. Sum of ratio is equal to 37. And that means 74,000 is divided among 37 equal parts, and among 37 equal parts, 12 parts goes to A, 15 part goes to B and 10 parts goes to C. Now you have to find the A share. A share is out of 37, 12 parts into 74,000. 37 2s are 74. So that gives me 24,000 rupees. That means A share get 24,000 rupees. Now how much B will get? Out of 37, B will get 15 parts of 74,000. Again 37 2s are 74 and 15 into 2000 is 30,000 rupees. It means B will get 3,000 rupees. Now C's share. C's share is equal to out of 37, so 10 part is of C share of 74,000. So that means 37 into 2 74. So that gives you 20,000. So that is the required value: 20,000, 30,000 and 24,000. Now next is your last question. That is, your statement is that you have 4 numbers is given your question in the last statement. So I will explain you the statement here. Statement is, what number should be subtracted from 54, 71, 75 and 99. So these are 4 numbers. Okay, so these are not in proportion. To make it a proportion, so what number should be subtracted? You have to be subtract from here. What number you have to be subtract from here? You will get the terms in the proportion form. So that means if we consider our subtraction number is x, because basically what you have to find it here, you have to find it here, same number should be subtracted from all the numbers so that your 4 terms should be come in the proportion form. It means ratios will be equal to each other. So first we consider that our subtraction number is x. So I subtract from here 71 minus x, 54 minus x, ratio 74 minus x, 71 minus x, sorry, this is 71 minus x, proportion to 75 minus x, ratio 99 minus x. Okay, now first I will do, either I write in the fraction form or I can directly multiply with product of means is equal to product of extremes. 54 minus x multiply with 99 minus x proportion to 71 minus x this proportion changes to equal, because when I go with the product of extremes, product of means, that proportion sign changes to equal. 71 minus x and 75 minus x. Now one by one you have to multiply. First 54 multiply by 99 minus x, then minus x multiply by 99 minus x. Here also first 71 multiply by 75 minus x, then minus x multiply by 75 minus x. Now 54 first multiply by 99. When you multiply 54 into 99, that gives you 5346. When you multiply first with this. Now next multiply with this, minus 54x, then minus 99x plus x square is equal to, now 71 multiplied by 75 gives you 5325 minus 71x minus 75x, then plus x square. First, if any like term is there either side, you can add 54 minus 54 minus 99. You add the terms, that gives you minus 153. 5346 minus 153x plus x square as it is. Another side, 5325 minus 71 minus 75 gives you minus 146x plus x square. Okay, now here in the both side, this plus x square and this plus x square term is same. If you shift x square on this side and this x term on the this side, so we arrange the term according to that. 5346 minus 5325, shifting the constant term on either side and variable term on the another side. 153x minus 146x plus x square and minus x square, so that will be cancelled. Now here when you subtract, you will get 7x and here you will get 21. Now 21 divided by 7 is equal to x. 7 3s are 21 and my required number is 3. That means if in the above number here, in this above number, each and every number, if you subtract 3 from each number, so after subtraction 3 from each number, if you write in the proportion form, then all term become the proportion. Thank you. Have a nice day.